Hello, everyone. It is I, Gwen, live and here to have some fun with you. And I'm having a great day. And this is my first of what I will call my weekly live broadcast sessions. But my question to you today, and I will have a question every time I come on, is what should I call my weekly live? And I don't know, we can do some brainstorming on it because most of the time this will be kind of a checkup. And sometimes I might jump into a meditation, I might do a live channeling, or just talk about what's happening and going on in my world because there's usually a lot, and not like I'm feeling flustered about it, but it's fun to share and see if you want to join in. So today, at the beginning, I had this banner across that was showing you my Discord. So one of the things that's happening is every week I'm going to be hosting a playtime on Discord. Now, if any of if anyone wants to join me, grab onto that link and then come on in, or send me a message so that I can tell you the time that that's happening, because that's going to be kicking ass. One thing that's awesome on Discord is now that they've got a lot of AI art going on, so I can be entering into a session or a huge awesome journey, and I might be able to get like my brother, who's amazing with AI art, to step in and follow along and be producing this beautiful art that's going along with the journey pretty instantaneously. So wouldn't that be cool to like be going into this cool new world, and then someone sitting there using the prompts of the different things that are happening to create art along with it? That would be wicked cool. Now with Discord, again, a lot of times we won't know, but there will be times when I set up a specific journey or meditation to offer to people. Now, if you guys want to get in before some of my journeys are published, that's the way to do it, is you can really be in on the stomping grounds of the gestation period or the creative period of when those things are forming, and you can jump in and be a part of it. Sometimes there too, we'll just be playing games. We'll be creating up ideas for games. We'll be kind of like this beautiful, how can I say it? Think tank, but it's a creative tank experience, right? So if you want to join in on that, I'd love for you to. It's always nice to have a few people involved in it. It brings a little bit more life and variety into it. Of course, if there gets to be too many people, then I'll be shifting things and changing them so that only a certain amount of people will be in each session for that. Okay, let's see what else is new. I'm so excited. Once again, I've been talking about the seed. We're doing all the changes. We're on this, and then it's going to be out soon, and we're finishing up the audio on it, so I'm really excited about that. Let's see what else. So I'm going to be doing this live, a weekly broadcast live every week, and then I will be doing at least once a week on Discord a live event. I'm also have a group that I work with writers, and we call it a writers group, but once a week we come together, and we, of course, I guess you could say a lot of times I'm just like, I don't know what specifically is going to happen, but I follow the guidance. So sometimes we're entering into the specific storyline. We're broadening and opening that story to look into it more deeply. Perhaps we're visiting into a certain character or something about the elements or something else that's going on with the story, or actually the individual, because how one perceives is going to affect how you write your story, right? So I've been having an amazing time doing that. I've got a couple writers that are involved in that with me. And if that's something that you're interested in, once again, send me a message or write a comment. Okay. So, and also, what else do I do in my life? I write. I'm a writer. I play. I love music. And I'm really enjoying entering into the music aspect of the things that I'm creating with my twin. It's really, really fun right now. And I have to give a shout out to one of my friends on Facebook who's doing some guitar for me for a song in the seed, and there will be more music in the garden. So I'm super hyped and excited about that. Yes. Okay, guys, what are we doing today? Because I could share from a book. Oh, yes. Oh, also, I'm doing my Welcome to Channeling podcast. Ah. And that's been going really amazing, and I love it. For any of you out there who haven't checked it out, check it out. I am a fan of my own podcast. Isn't that great? I love it when I'm a fan of my own podcast. So they're saying that my guides. Oh, something really fun. I was chatting with a new friend last night, and we were talking about how we've gotten into film and we've enjoyed it. And I got brought back to several years ago when Grace and I produced a short called Gatewalker. Oh my gosh, so fun. It took a lot. It was a 2-day shoot. It's almost 17 minutes long, and Grace had to do some special effects in it. So it took a while to get that done and get it out, but I think it turned out really fantastic. And if you guys haven't checked that out, that's on Hot Muffin Media. If you go onto YouTube, you can find it, called Gatewalker. But it was really freaky. My friend was mentioning how, isn't it interesting how life imitates art? Because I was freaked out and watching it, because it's about a girl who sees spirits and can gatewalk, right? And she's I won't tell you. I shouldn't tell you all of it, but it was so freaky because I was like, holy shit, this isn't like science fiction. This is real. We produced this before I really stepped fully into channeling. And of course, when I was doing it, I could feel into like the reality of it, and I knew it. But then afterwards, watching it several years later, I'm like, no, like this really feels kind of like I've entered into that world in a big way. So it was really cool to do that and to see that. And I'm like, isn't that amazing? Yes. Art is thus opening the doors to us living in new realities, I guess you could say. What else? I wish I could be here and see all of your comments. So that's something that's annoying me with StreamYard right now. Because I really want to see any comments that are coming up. So I may end up recording and then broadcasting, and then being able to be on live chat with people if they need it. So that's one thing. So what should I name my weekly live? You know, it could be Gwen's World. Like Gwen's World, Gwen's World. Yeah, Gwen's World. I could call it playtime. Live playtime. I could call it Bunny Rabbits in the Mist. I could call it Gwen's Weekly Live. I could call it something random like Unicorns in Waiting. Guides, what do you think? They're just kind of watching me do my thing. It's all good. They're like, it's going to be taken care of. It's all good. Yeah. They're expressing to me that yes, what I'm doing is going to be leading into what my original idea that I developed with my friend Anastasia of crazy magic playtime. And I'm kind of just taking those steps into that space of crazy magic playtime. Do crazy magic playtime. Do crazy magic playtime. I'm getting all these Discord notifications from my brother who is creating art. It's awesome. Is there anything I want to share today? Yes. I haven't shared this with people. I have a new name. Here. Let's see if I can do this. Here, I'm going to share with you my lovely thing Discord. Let's see. And then I'm going to grab my new name. Boop, doop, ba-doop, boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, doop. I'm singing in the rain. Just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. So if you didn't catch my Discord, that's that. But here we go. I went to a silent retreat this last week and it was so beautiful. I am officially a Zen student in Buddhism. But also I took my vows in the Pure Land tradition. And I got a new name, and I really am enjoying entering into the intelligence of this new name and discovering myself in a new way. So it's Shoka Itsuro. Shoka Itsuro. I'm still having trouble remembering that part, but I have the meaning down. The translation is bright water lone heron. That is I, Gwen. So I'm so beautifully excited about that. And one thing that was great was there was a class during that silent retreat, which sounds ironic, where the sensei did talk about story, and it was really fun and beautiful to hear his words. So that's me. That's my life. They want me to talk about something. My guides, let me see if I can be still and hear you. Oh, wow. Okay. They want me to read from, I'm writing the next book called The Garden, which is in Journeys of Joy and Freedom. And they want me to read a part of that. So let me find what they're wanting me to read. They are wanting me to read play in the everyday, because really my life is about this play and this energy of play. So let's see what happens. Christian. Yes, I'm getting these notifications from him. Ah, here's some of his ideas. The Peaceful Pod. Gwen's Groovy Gathering. Hippie Haven. Oh yeah, I could do that. I would need to like be wearing a flower every time I came on. Maybe like really get into the regalia. Soulful Sunday with Gwen. Okay. The Enlightened Exchange. Oh, the weekly Enlightened Exchange. Can you guys really imagine that? Ask Gwen, Journey to Inner Harmony. I'm wondering if Christian asked AI, because this is like so funny. Cosmic Connections with Gwen. Oh, I love that one. Oh, you know, I'm as silly as wanting to say I could do each one of these. Every week it would be something different. Gwen's hippie hangout. Oh, I love the hippie hangout part. Mindful musings. That works because I have a section in my YouTube called Musings. Gwen's question and answer. The Harmony Hour with Gwen. Oh, sweet Christian. All of those are really excellent. Thank you for your comments there. So I hope you caught, Christian, that I was chatting about you. But I'm going to talk about play. And this is what I'm going to read from. It's coming out in the next book after the seed. So a few months later. And I just wanted to read this. It was AI. I told it that you were a hippie. Yes. Told it that it was hippie. Yes, I would put myself in that category-ish. Category-ish. Yeah. All right. Play in the everyday. Okay. Here we go. So what I do, what I interact with people involved in is what I call soul play. And the guides are telling me, let me share with you kind of how you engage with it in your life or what that means. I'm going to read. In order to open you to a wider picture of how people may bring the enactment of soul play into their everyday life, we will share 3 small examples. They end up not being really small, but listen in, right? And I lost my place. Pay attention to the fact that we are providing examples which show how this shift in your life can also naturally extend as a loving support out into your community. This is an essential part and a natural way that soul play, in its loving quality, starts to reach out and create a loving world. In order to step into the new world, this must take place. And we all get to step forward to create an open-hearted, grounded, honoring, and stable sense of community. Sit in an open, receptive manner now, and we will offer you some examples of how soul play may be integrated into your everyday. Consider this. Kyle, after engaging in the many practices and exercises and journeys of joy and freedom, Kyle decided that he was going to enter into a play of surprise for himself and others every day. He started every morning doing a 15-minute meditation. Before going out for his walk, he would warm up doing the Angel's Breath practice from Volume 1. He quickly learned that his walks were a great way to implant the energy of surprise within his day. As he exercised, he would open within himself and listen to the supportive statements that would come through. Statements such as, life is a surprisingly joyful play, which I embrace and thrive in. would simply pop into his head as he walked and prepared a positive mindset for the day. Kyle's friends found him very engaging as he set about with this new attitude. Even during moments when Kyle became frustrated, he would sit down, breathe, and look into how the situation could be for his own good. And then he would take action, firmly believing that he would be able to find some lesson or gift that was for his benefit. When he discovered new ways of maturing, I just got a text. I need to turn off my phone. That was a friend of mine, 1111. He says, make a wish. I wish you would be on this live call. He would sit down, breathe, and look into how the situation could be for his own good. And then he would take action, firmly believing that he would be able to find some lesson or gift that was for his benefit. When he discovered new ways of maturing and addressing how he created his own world, he started thinking of his learning experiences as just another surprise he had long ago planned for himself. His growth and learning became another invitation for surprise rather than something he traditionally used as a crutch and a means for shame to hold him in a small story. Kyle's attitude of curiosity and his invitation for surprise to be present within his life increased as he let go of many preconceived ideas of what an experience was going to be. For instance, on a date to a local butterfly garden, he and his partner were surprised as they sat and just watched the butterflies fly all around them. Watching the butterflies dance and glide initiated within them a desire to fly. Surprisingly enough, after they made a comment about this, the man sitting next to them said that he was a skydiver and would love to take them out on a skydive. How exciting! On the day of the dive, Kyle and his partner decided to head out early because they knew with surprise being a new focus for Kyle, they wanted to give themselves time to enjoy whatever opportunities might pop up along the way. And of course, Kyle's curiosity was initiated when he saw a cool old sign on the side of the road that read, "The Cliffs of Doom." They followed the signs and arrived at an old homestead. They knocked on the door and a man introduced them to his burly dog, Gracie, who allows cats to ride on his back. And the man showed them the interesting caves nearby with the ancient drawings that fascinated Kyle. He had always wanted to see such kinds of things and never knew that he lived so close to something like that. In the same vein, Kyle would plan special surprises in advance and then forget about them. He would order flowers for a random day in the future, and they would arrive to cheer up a colleague at work or would arrive at Kyle's front door and make his day or a special event even brighter. Kyle brought this invitation of surprise with him wherever he went. When he would go out and participate in game night with his friends, he would always have a few questions written on paper tucked in his jacket. And then when he was curious about someone else, he would simply hand one of the questions to the person, and a conversation would then start. He has attracted many more friendships into his life doing this, even when he is a shy introvert. Ways that Kyle chose to support and integrate this type of play within his life was to weekly enter into a deep meditation and journey. He makes notes of the shifts and changes that he has been experiencing and is opening himself to having a relationship with his guides. He has a list of questions that he adds to a poster on his wall and asks them. He draws a star next to the question when he feels it has been answered, and then takes the time to document what he felt the answer was in his special journal. Kyle has also initiated a meetup, inviting friends and even strangers to come together once a week, where they share what each of them are growing in and focusing on. And they go out to the park and enjoy each other's company. Tada! So this is an example of including and bringing play into your life, and also how it may be extended out into community to establish and create a sense of support within community. And we all are a part of community. It just depends on what community we think we are. There's the neighborhood we live in. There's specific kinds of people who show similar interests. And now on the web, they can be living far across the world. So there's all different kinds of communities that we live in. We may be part of a spiritual community, social communities, and other things like that. So how do we bring the sense of support and play into community? This is something that will continue to be delved into with me and my guides, and I will be sharing parts of this in the book that will be coming up called Let's Have a Freaking Play Day. Boom, chaka boom. So that is my weekly, let's see, what will I do to choose today? My cosmic connections with Gwen. That's what it will be this week. Cosmic connections with Gwen. Ooh. Love it. I hope all of you have a beautiful week. And if you want to check in with me and my awesome playmates, I call them playmates. Don't get all kinky on me. Check in with me on Discord. Send me a note and write a comment. What should I call my weekly live? Send me a message, write a comment. I'm going to have fun with this because I got to have me a theme. I've got to have me a freaking theme that I can play with and have fun with, do my thing. Yeah. All right. I love all you guys. If you haven't checked out my podcast, welcome to channeling yet. Check it out. It's awesome. I love it. I'm enjoying being with the guests that I have and the natural flow that comes with it. Let's see. Anything else from my guides? Guides? Nope. They just find me humorous. It's all good because they're just like, Gwen, you want this to be a unicorn theme. Oh, yeah. Okay. If you have a unicorn theme idea for the name of the podcast, let's go for it. Maybe that's what I want. I want little unicorns trotting across my screen. Can I do that? Let's see if I can do something like that. That would be hilarious. All right, you guys. Take care. Have a beautiful day. Even if this seems silly to you, if you take nothing else from this, take a moment to find your delight in your world. Take a breath every day. Take a few 10, 15, 20 breaths and ask for yourself to feel the delight that's within you, deep within you. This is the source of play. This is what we get to do. And as we really embrace that and honor that and claim it, we go out into the world and the world isn't so threatening because we're all here together. We're supporting each other. We're here and we have physically really the things that we need in our lives, as far as like we have the resources to live good lives, all of us here on earth. Let's agree that we all deserve that. We all do. We don't need to separate each other because as we are together, the stability, the joy, and everything else increases. And I got some messages. Sandy! She has some responses too. Reading my new book. Oh shit, yes. If you want to join in my review board or reviewing my new book, Our New Story, or the next one coming out, the seed. Once again, just send me a freaking message, email. You can also go to gwenjuvenile.com and do that. Send me a message and I'll get you hooked up. It's that simple. Love to you all. Bye-bye.